Nice. Yeah.
Are you think you're okay?
Hand towels. Blankets, towels. It's good to see so many people helping. Yeah.
It's going to be kind of tricky. No, it's right behind where all of the reporters are. So, here, I can take it. Or, let me put the blankets off. And then, if you, excuse me. All right, I'm going to give it to Lindsay. All right. Something.
Who's the Logan County? Yeah? Okay.
Trying to figure out the police resistance. The mic is hot, so everybody can hear what I'm saying.
Hold off. Yeah, Carl up the Orchard Island. Hold off until they called. Gabe. Governor's up there.
set up right behind the governor if you want to. There we go.
That's what we're kind of doing.
Came all the way over here.
There's a lot of people. We was having people give us stuff. One lady gave us 2 boxes of donuts. Here, I bought 4 boxes of Johnny did that.
I think either that. I mean, I use it on these. So. I don't know. What we really had that I think would be helpful is like the pre-made packs. I put them all here. I mean, because those are easy to just take out with us. Like if you're going and someone actually made some too. Sent them. Like just, I mean, these are easy to go. I mean, I think eventually. Yeah. We've had people come in and start like. Yeah, well, and there's one that like it was a specific age group that I had a badge, so like no, made a badge for that kid because I know their size. You know what I mean? I think that would be helpful for the kids that know their size. I mean, that's a good job to get like stop it. Oh, he was just here. He was down there.
I have a sign.
Sarah, where's kid underwear? Kid underwear?
I don't. That's what my uncle's trying to set up.
I'm like, that would be a great thing to have.
IT be here in 5 minutes.
Okay, okay.
That's from Rob.
From Rom? Okay,
I
that
would
came
say
from Rom?
Somebody.
the
No,
cut band
mix-
section,
uh,
there's
black shirt,
going
black
up
shirt.
there.
No, it wasn't Rob, it was black shirt. But he
With the
said-
short sleeve?
Yeah. Right
Okay, that's what I was going to bring you to. And
Okay.
said 5
Well,
minutes.
does he?
Okay.
Would he maybe know too? Just the Wi-Fi code?
I don't know.
Go ahead. No problem.
No. We have health kits going somewhere. I almost feel like we need a new spot though. They're kind of heavy to take up, but that's like our open
Try that.
I'll take it. I have miscellaneous.
No, you're fine.
What? Right, just put them right here. That's where the other ones are for right now.
Okay.
But we're gonna run out here.
What if I start talking?
Are they really heavy?
All right. Mic check again. 1, 2, 3. You're good. You can go. Thank you. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Okay. You got me over there. Just one more mic check. I'll just keep talking a little bit longer to make sure that Eric has anything too, so I'll just keep talking a little bit. We're standing here at Indian Lake Schools. This is the high school gym. Check 1, 2, 3. Good there, good there. Okay, thanks. Oh, do you need a white balance? Eric, you got?
Sorry.
Andrew,
Yep,
you good to
that's
go?
all like self-care stuff.
EMA, is the Red Cross going to be?
What's that?
Red Cross shelter operation?
I haven't heard anything yet.
When I talked to them, I heard they're still in Bell Fountain. So
Okay.
somebody said they were waiting for the okay from you guys. I don't know what the deal is. Because I'm a disaster volunteer, so I came down here for medical purposes. From Kenton to help out. Came in here last night. Things are starting. I mean, right now, this whole process is like trying to get people healed. I think the next 2 days things will start to really. I think so.
Yeah.
So right now it's crazy, but they're going to have to like distribute things to people, figure out how much they're going to give out.
Correct.
If people just pick and choose, they're going to take care of it. So they're going to have to.
I'm not the EMA from this county. I'm from Van Wood.
Oh, they would.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm here to
well, welcome.
help. I've been through this a lot of times.
Oh yeah.
I got socks in the car.
Had that
The big 2002
from
tornado.
that was way back, and you guys
2002.
have And I went down. I was down at a.
These are a ton
In
of
Athens
miscellaneous.
County
There's like
when
glass.
tornado hit there. Right. This area hasn't had devastation.
No.
You know, so this is the first for them.
Pretty rare.
Yeah, this is the first for them, but you guys are experiencing.
Every year I
You
get
know.
I've had 34 tornadoes in 34 years.
So is this how now? When after them tornadoes hit, when people started coming in for assistance, how after the fact, how long did it take? When things started?
Well, we put something together like this also right away, and we would have a list of all the people affected.
Guys, Randall, Randall, they're all over the big
Oh, okay. Okay.
equipment, bodies, and the guys in construction companies, stuff.
Yep, gotcha.
So yeah, I mean, yeah.
Then we set it up. We had a list of people. Okay. Yep. We had a list of all the people affected. And then when people come in like this, we limited them to few.
And that's what the jury is basically got to do. You know, because one thing with this is that. But I haven't seen anything coming up. Financial assistance. Like usually the Red Cross is out there doing this and doing that, and FEMA's here doing this and doing that. I haven't seen FEMA yet.
FEMA will come. They will not come in until there's a presidential declaration. So the governor has to declare first, and then he has to put it to the president.
Once that's like I said, that's a 2 day deal. And sometimes the Red Cross is that middle person. But the only thing they got is that themselves. And there's only 3 or 4 people. Right. And I was saying that because they need them here in town instead of in South Carolina. I mean, that's where you're correct here, but not the way. Whether they come here or not, that's
I'm going to be getting it there. I've been doing the damage assessment for the water service right now. So
see, I
I'm
like
going to be getting with the EMA control.
Yeah, I told Humphrey that I'm not a shelter type operation type person. I like
No, I'm still putting them underneath that table for now.
and an impact this big, you could 80%. You know, back in the past, it's like
That's the question.
medical's taken care of, and they let them guys go because they said, you know, people were getting out and getting out.
That
But right now, it's like I love this overwhelming core out there. I mean, you can't never have enough.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then whatever extra you got left, people in here pack that stuff up and keep it cool.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
the rest are all batteries. They're over there.
You guys are doing a good job.
Oh, hey, Cora, can you grab the juice? I've been taking like any makeup stuff down here.
Makeup bag.
Yeah.
During the second one.
No. Thank you.
Here goes the Clorox wipes.
Clorox wipes, I think would go.
So I will leave this here.
Hand wipes.
I'll take it with this.
Behind you with the second box, man.
Yep. All right.
This is like
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
This one is open, so if you want to
gonna
set
set
one
that one on the
down,
bottom?
and then, yeah, I'm gonna put. You might put some of these up on the table in a minute.
That way you know what's what.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Are these? I didn't see any.
I think that's it.
What are these? Health kits. Okay. We're putting them right here. We're trying to find a better spot for them, but we haven't found them yet. I almost feel like a better spot would be like against, because this seems like a hot moving area.
I just got here. My name's Andy. I was here about 6 a.m. They had about 20 people overnight, so I was out all night. Around the time I was out. We pulled 3 bodies out. Green seas carried down. So, I know that there were tagging bodies.
I'm thinking health kits even in the hallway, like
Maybe do it out there that way.
yeah. Because people have been coming down here, but
If you can just.
this is getting to be
This is gonna be, and it's gonna be a lot of
if
individual stuff instead of strong. So I would say if we can, we can probably take them, stack them outside, and then make a sign.
Yeah.
And then that way people can just come by and say, I need this, boom, instead of having to go
Right.
through the individual stuff.
Okay.
So I can take 2 at a time. So let me take both of these. Okay. So I'm gonna grab this one. The one of them. That way they can get this quicker. I did CrossFit in college. We're not. I said I'm about 135 pounds, but I can bench. I can bench about 250. So I can bench about double my body.
Some of the body wash and stuff is down here. Oh wait, this looks like a good place. No. Yeah, no. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing as good as I can right now.
What all do you need?
I already got everything.
You got deodorant, you got
All of my toiletries are in here, plus a blanket, and then I got food and clothes.
you have tampons, you got all that stuff you need? Enough? Okay.
My grandma, I got some here, and then my grandma went and got some from me.
Okay. Socks. Anything. Bra.
I'm just, it's open.
I know it is.
Cool. I live in the way, so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, I know.
I started to text you and I typed it in my phone and then I got distracted somehow.
Well, I've seen
I've been
you,
thinking
like,
about
I
you.
don't know how many times, and I'm
I
like,
saw you
I
here
need to go
too.
say hi to her, and then I lose.
I was trying to text you last night, but
Yeah.
so everything's okay with you.
Yeah,
Good.
It was like south of us and north of us, and
We were stuck at the middle school
well,
because we had the second grade program.
You know how it went through Lakeview,
Yeah.
and then Russell's Point. Okay, sweetie. And so we go to Russell's Point. It jumped over my son's condo.
Hey, volunteers in this area,
Oh,
back away from these 2 front aisles and work in the last 3 aisles, 4 aisles.
thank you for directing. You're doing a wonderful job. Hello, sir. I met you this morning. How are you doing right now?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Just trying to help out wherever I can.
Hey, you
Yeah.
got it.
You holler and flag me down if you need me, okay?
Yeah, but Kyle wants us away from here, so can I help you get anything, sir? Nope. I can tell you exactly like where, 'cause I think pretty soon they're going to be coming through here. But yeah, toothpaste, all like soap, shampoo was down there, lip balm, like stuff like that, face wipes. Those are under here. I think what's been happening is they've just been kind of coming and we've been making walking through. Oh, I have not heard anything about that. Yes,
We're gonna do a moment of silence once he gets out here.
Beginning. No, man. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, so last night I got here about 10.
You build a Target store overnight.
You guys sure did.
Back at 7 this morning.
Thank you so much for coming.
And we sat up here.
It's amazing what you guys have done.
Because I was there like rolling some more vegetables. So it's like,
And it's not just the
oh yeah.
It's been here.
Yeah, the main one I did up here was support. I think we did
That's right, because I was sitting at home.
For many years,
Well, my daughter
We're good.
How are you?
great-granddaughter.
So they won their tournament.
I thought that when Donna said that you should
Audience, get everybody started so
I can.
yeah, everybody quick to the game.
Yeah, because I have to radio to them, to them in the office to do an all-call thing.
Yeah, but just if you wouldn't mind going to the podium and telling me who you are, what's going to happen.
Okay.
Like say your first and last name.
Wagner.
There you go.
Just like them.
Just tell them what you're going to do. Wagner. You're going to make an announcement for legislators.
Okay.
But I have to, the radio to the office.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, man. How are you? This is amazing.
I think we can get you over. Yeah.
Kyle, are we ready for that announcement, or?
Yeah, just a second. You tell me when we're ready. Yeah, hello. My name is Kyle Wagner, high school principal at Indian Lake High School. We're going to do a moment of silence here just a second. If you could just give me a second, we're going to do a moment of silence. If you could join me. Okay, you can make that announcement.
Afternoon. This time we would like to have a moment of silence for our Laker community, students, staff, family, and first responders that have been affected by this tragedy.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Are you set? Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Governor Mike DeWine. We just had the opportunity to drive through a good part of the damage here at Indian Lake. It is, as you have seen, an awful lot of damage. Our heart goes out to all the families that are trying to put things back together, and certainly for those who have been injured and those who who have died. What we see in this gym, I think, is symbolic and real, but of the spirit of the people of this part of Ohio, the Indian Lake area, and the other counties that were impacted by the tornadoes. I'm always amazed at the resilience of the people of the state of Ohio. I had the chance to talk to some people who have lost their house or lost part of their house or who have been in some way impacted, and to see their spirit and their resilience and their toughness and how strong they are, it's just absolutely amazing to me. I want to thank the first responders who have done a phenomenal job. I want to thank all the volunteers that put this together here. I asked some of the law enforcement, how in the world did you check all the places? And they got it done. But we also had neighbors who were watching out for neighbors and who were reporting back in regard to neighbors, whether they were checking to see if they were doing okay. So I'm here today to, again, express my sympathy to those who have lost either their life, for those who have lost, families who have lost someone or someone who have been injured, and so many people who have lost their businesses and who also have lost their homes. This Indian Lake community will come back. That's the message I got from everybody. We will be back. We are coming back. And it's not lost on any of us that the the summer season is almost here. So we're going to continue to work with local officials from the governor's office, and I know Matt Huffman is here as well, and he's going to speak in just a moment. And we've already started talking among ourselves about some of the things that we can do to be of help, and we're going to again continue to do that and work very, very hard with the local elected officials. Let me introduce Lieutenant Governor Houston.
Thank you, Governor. What we saw was devastation. If you go and see the path of the tornadoes, you can see the damage, and you can see the people who are there, first responders, but also neighbors, volunteers, people from the community, bringing their chainsaws, bringing generators, trying to help with the needs that people have. But when we had a chance, and a lot of the people in this group and the governor had a chance to stop and talk with people, you could hear the resilience. You could hear, even in some of their voices, gratitude that it wasn't worse, that they didn't have more damage, that they didn't have loss of life. I talked to one group of people who went into their crawl space just seconds before the tornado hit. And you just hear their stories. You empathize with the situation that they're in. But you can just look around this room and see the resilience and the commitment to each other, and why this community will recover strong and be better than ever, because they're going to pull together. You've got great first responders and law enforcement officials that are going to provide the services that are needed. You've got the utility companies. You've got everybody that's pulling together to try to get the basics restored so that the cleanup process can go forward. And it's the sense of community and resilience that you see when you're out there talking to people is uplifting. So despite this tragedy, the human spirit is triumphing around this community. Let me turn it over to, I think, Senator McCauley or Senator Huffman. Who we got? Senator Huffman.
Thanks very much, John. I also want to thank. We have an incredible emergency management system in the state of Ohio. Sometimes we talk about how do these things get funded and how are they used, and we know they're used. It's not just in big events like this, but it really hits home on days like this, that through the years Governor DeWine and the legislature has built out this system that has saved and is saving a lot of lives right now. So I want to thank those folks. They're also want to thank the media for being here, drawing attention, especially a lot of the local media who are here that are going to get these stories out, not just today, but really over the next several months, because as the governor said, the season is upon us. I also should say that although clearly Indian Lake has taken the brunt of this, I was in Auglaize County this morning with Representative King, and there is considerable property loss and injuries in Auglaize and Mercer and Darke County as the storm came along that. So there's we're thinking about those folks too. This is Senator McCauley's district. I used to represent it. He does now. But I'm going to ask the majority leader to come up and talk a little bit. Rob.
Thank you, President Huffman. As he mentioned, my name is Senator Rob McCauley. I'm the state senator for this district. And I'd like to reiterate many of the comments that have already been made. The first responders that so quickly, even as early as last night, and many of whom have spent many hours since last night trying to help out in this area, it's impressed me so much. From counties away, in some cases, sprung into action and have come here to help out their fellow neighbor, their fellow Ohioan. I think that's important to note, how quickly these people sprung into action. And frankly, I would like to also reiterate the amount of resilience that we've seen, and frankly, the hope that we've seen on people's eyes as we've gone through the community. A family we talked to on Orchard Island as we were going out was telling about the experience that they went through and the devastation on Orchard Island and how that's impacted them. But they mentioned that this morning one of the first things they did after daylight came is they observed a flagpole in their front yard that was hanging low and almost touching the ground with the American flag. One of the first things they did was they propped that flagpole back up, because they told me that it was a sense of hope for their community and for Orchard Island, to be able to see that flag flying and seeing it upright in the air. That stuck with me, and also coming in this room, and I hope the media will report on how full this room is of everything from diapers to baby clothes to clothes for adults to toiletries to anything for this community to rebound. Frankly, they even told us before we came in this room was going to be full of stuff, and it still didn't prepare me. This is what we were told from a school administrator before we walked in, what they refer to as the lake effect. The community deciding to come together as one and rally around each other in a sign of cooperation for everybody. And so this is impressive. I hope everybody will take notice of this, and it's how Ohioans get behind each other to make sure that they can pick each other back up. So without further ado, I'll introduce State Representative John Cross, who is the representative for this area. Thank you.
Thanks, Senator. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here. And I'd like to thank my fellow colleagues, Representative King, Barhorse, and Manchester, for being here as well. We all rally behind Northwest Ohio. We want to get to work. The message that we want to send is, when we called the governor last night, we even sadly had a tornado go through Hancock County, the southern portion. And Governor, thank you for being here. And Lieutenant Governor, thank you for being here, because the message is we are going to get Indian Lake back on its feet as quick as possible. How many nickels, dimes, or quarters it's going to take, we're going to get the money, and we're going to fund and get Indian Lake back on its feet. This community has had a challenging time with the issues of the water and the weed vegetation, and we were right there fighting it, and we're going to be right there to get Indian Lake right back on its feet. And as the media leaves and everyone leaves, we're not leaving. We're going to stay here and keep working. We're going to get back to session here soon, and whatever the governor needs funding wise, you tell us. President Huffman will get the check, we'll sign off on it, and off we go, because we got to get this community back open. This is a community that relies on tourism. We have devastated businesses that lost everything. We need to get these businesses back open. And so our commitment is we are going to be here, and we're going to make sure we can do everything we can financially possible to get this community back on its feet and have a great summer, and hopefully in the next year rebuild this great community. Thank you, Governor and Lieutenant Governor, for being here very much.
John.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Yep. Thanks, brother.
Also, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, get in there.
I'm State Senator Steve Huffman, and I've had a place up on Indian Lake here for 20 years, and I understand what the lake effect. And you know, I've been in this community for 20 years, and I've appreciated it. Every summer coming up here, there are friends out there that have lost their houses that live next to me. I live on Orchard Island. The southern part of Orchard Island is just absolutely devastated. Again, Governor, I appreciate you and Lieutenant Governor Husted, the President. I know you'll come back, and I will be up here this summer just about every day, and look forward to helping you any way that I can. So thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sheriff?
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Look around this room. This tells you about this community. I had no idea what to expect when I came in here, but look at this. We should be proud as a community. Yes, it was a tragedy beyond description. It looks like a bomb went off out there. I will tell you what, our heart goes out to those that are deceased, those that are injured, those that have lost everything. Just tragic, and we're going to do everything we can to help those people get back on their feet. I want to talk just briefly about first responders. As county sheriff, I could not be more proud of the way the first responders responded last night, be it law enforcement agencies, fire, EMS. I'm telling you, folks, it went fantastic. It couldn't have went any better, really. We'll debrief that down the road, and what did we do right, what can we do different, but overall, these people went above and beyond, and I am extremely proud of what they did, and I'm proud to work beside them, and I just appreciate each and every one of them. Thank you all very much.
Good afternoon. I'm Joe Antrim. I'm one of the Logan County Commissioners. And of course, we're heartbroken with the devastation that our community has experienced within the last day or so. But we are resilient. We will work hard. And certainly, you know, the commissioners have made a declaration of disaster here in Logan County, and that can open up resources that can help recovery on so many levels. We do appreciate and acknowledge all of the donations that people have brought in from all over the state. We did want to mention that there is a cutoff of 5 o'clock today to bring those items here to Indian Lake High School. The distribution of all these items for the people in need is going to take quite a lot of effort. And so anyone that, now that you've donated, if you're able to help with the distribution, that would be the next step. And naturally, you know, with all of the acknowledgement of help that's come in the last, you know, several hours, this is going to be a long-term recovery for our community. We're going to need people in the next few days, next few weeks, next few months to recover, but we will recover. We're a resilient community here at Indian Lake. I'm a lifelong resident here, grew up and live here now. And so I've seen a lot. This is one of the harder things that I've had to see happen to our community. But I know we'll get through this as well. Thank you.
Chief?
Hi, I'm Mark Gibson with Indian Fire District there in Russell's Point. This was truly a group effort for everybody. The sheriff, Chief Fryhoff over there, Chief Thompson, the 2 other police departments, and the multitude of other fire and EMS agencies that came in last night to start searching. It was a long night, but they stayed with it and kept searching. And like I say, we finished up about 4 o'clock last night, and then we started again about 8 o'clock this morning to start everything. Had a couple people come in from out of the county, from Union County, to help search. We had the Urban Search and Rescue Team come in from the state to help search also. And the multitude of agencies that came, fire departments from around the area was unbelievable. And we want to thank all those folks for coming and helping last night and today. Thank you.
Okay, we're happy to answer any questions. Well, we have a system set up. There's potentially some federal assistance as well, but the state also has some assistance. And I think what we, of course, always look at is, you know, what does insurance cover, but what's not covered. And there's always things that are not covered. And so we're going to, you know, do whatever we can do to try to make these folks whole. We're going to do it for people with their residents, also people with their businesses. You know, the experts are already out, you know, analyzing this paperwork we have to go through. But I just wanted to be here today to say to him, his family, anybody else, you know, we're going to do everything we can, working with the state legislature, to make sure that this community comes back. The main thing that's going to bring the community back is the people, because the people are just strong and they're resilient, and they're gonna bring this back. Look, everybody in this part of Ohio knows about Indian Lake. If you don't have a summer home here, or you know somebody that does. I have a sister-in-law who has a home here. So everybody knows Indian Lake and what a great place it is, and it's going to come back. Who else?
Governor, you mobilized this morning state resources to help out with a lot of different aspects of this. Will you declare a
Yeah, yeah, we certainly will. Let me ask Sima if she wants to add anything to that. Sima, you're right there. Sorry.
Nope. So as we continue to work,
Give me your name and the.
I'm Sima Merrick. I'm the State Emergency Management Director within the Department of Public Safety. So the question is, we will continue to work with the local county emergency management to conduct damage assessment. Those damage assessments are the integral part to assessing loss, insurance, and then moving that forward for financial assistance, recovery, long-term recovery, however that would most affect this community. I do want to mention that Ohio has a very, very robust system. We're very resilient. As it's been mentioned, we have had a lot of first responders and mutual aid come through. We first want to address life safety. Then next, which has already started, are the recovery pieces as well as the damage assessment. That damage assessment is critical to how we get the most amount of financial assistance and recovery assistance into the area. So with that, we'll continue to brief the governor and the lieutenant governor as that comes in, and we'll provide assistance in helping expedite those damage assessments to make those decisions. There is not a timeline because there's a lot of damage. So that we've got to address the life safety, which is being done. Recovery is ongoing, and in that goes the damage assessment, as well as the pieces of talking to each homeowner, and not all homeowners are around. So it takes a little bit of time to do that. We'll do everything we can in throwing the resources forward to assist the county to get those damage assessments completed.
I don't have anything on the number of buildings. I can just tell you, though, that, you know, as governor, I've responded to a number of different wind-related or tornado-related events. I actually lived through the 1974 Xenia tornado. Building I was in collapsed on top of us and we crawled out. But nothing prepared me in regard to what we've been hearing in the pictures for actually driving around and seeing the damage. There's a tremendous amount of damage here. I think the loss of life in all likelihood was smaller than it would have been if this had occurred on a weekend in July or June, when more and more people are here. But the damage is very, very significant, and it's quite extensive. I want to mention something else. The Senate President talked about the emergency system that we have constructed in this state over a long period of time. It works exceedingly well. It was executed last night. The other thing that you may not have seen or noticed is that as directly coming out of the pandemic, during the pandemic, our hospitals started working together very, very closely. The smaller hospitals feeding into the bigger hospitals. That system is still in effect, and that system was put into effect last night, and it worked exceedingly well. I don't have the exact numbers, but if you look at this whole part of the state, we had at least 20 people go to different hospitals. I think it was 5 or 6 hospitals where they actually ended up in. So we had great cooperation from hospitals from Toledo to Lima, Dayton, and certainly in Central Ohio as well. So that system worked very, very well. Who else? Sure. Yes.
The grid search have been done. We believe everybody's accounted for. The search and rescue mission is done at this point in time. To the best of my knowledge, everyone's accounted for, and we still only have three fatalities, which when you see this damage, you'll be surprised that it was only 3. Yep.
Sewers shouldn't have any trouble because they're all generator powered.
water, like Orchard Island, they won't have water till they got electric, and they won't have any heat because the gas has been shut off to the whole island. For your question, there was over 1,700 structures checked for personnel or people trapped in the area.
Yeah, I'm going to have the sheriff do that.
Yeah, obviously a concern is those that want to loot and type things. I would tell you, I with outside agencies, and again, we've been blessed with different sheriff's office, the highway patrol, et cetera. I've got tonight at a minimum of 12 deputies coming in from out of county that will be placed strategically throughout the lake to aid Washington Township and Russell's Point in case we do, to stop any kind of activity like that. And that'll happen tonight. And then tomorrow I'll have an additional, probably another 12 or 15 deputies coming in and doing the same thing. Obviously, we have to continue to conduct our normal duties. So, but our brothers and sisters from our other counties have reached out and are willing to help us. So, we're going to do everything in our effort as best we can to make sure that those people that want to go out and loot are not allowed to do so. So. Anybody else? That is a good question.
They're piling it down along the rest area on 366 in Russell's Point. Lakeview, I'm not sure of.
The debris that is there near the helicopter pad, there off the bank road between 33, that's really supposed to be only natural debris. That is not supposed to be for siding and house debris and all that other stuff, nails and metal and all. That's for branches and trees and sawdust and all that. I'm not sure what the story is. I think it remains to be seen what will be happening with the rest of the debris from the demolished homes and structures.
Okay. Anybody else? Yeah, this is beyond my expertise. I don't know if anybody wants to take that, but
I can't add this, is that those people behind you and the people who are with the emergency management organizations, when they know that storms are coming, they're already coordinating. They were coordinating a potential response long before the storm hit last night. That's why you see so much progress already made, because that's what you pay for. This is what their jobs are. This is what the investments of the people of this state made in first responders. And they have meteorologists that they work with. They have others to prepare for the moment that these happen. Now, whether it happens is, that's, as the governor said, that's somebody else's job. But preparing, those folks do it.
let me just say one final thing. Fran and I were in Cedarville last night, and we're watching the Dayton TV. A lot of times we watch the Columbus TV when we're in Columbus. The information that was coming out was just absolutely phenomenal. You know, to break away from the regular whatever is on and be able to literally watch that TV and see what's coming. It's a huge difference than, you know, a few decades ago. So I just want to thank you know, all of you for doing that. Those of you who are on the air, and it makes a huge difference. Thanks, everybody. Pardon me? Oh, there's no doubt about it. Look, there's no doubt that amount of information saves lives. It is an amazing amount of information, and if you're watching that, you can see exactly, you know, where you should be worried, and information is there.
We have one lady that wants to offer some guidance here.
We have one
Amber
more.
Fagan, Indian Lake Chamber of Commerce President. Please check if you're displaced. United Way of Logan County, that has all the shelters, and the school will be open 24 hours tonight to come get supplies that people need. They're asking no more donations after 5 o'clock, and then at 10 a.m. they're going to accept more donations in the morning. Thank you for everyone who's helped
Thanks,
our
everybody.
community.
Thank you so much, sir. You're doing it.
I've only seen something like this one other time. That was in 2019 when this went through Trump.
You know what I mean?
I am extremely impressed by everybody here.
I don't know if we have time.
It's incredible. I was hoping to pray.
Okay. Right here. Right here. Yep.